This little thing is packed with ton of tech and features, many that are not found in any other flashlight before. Sit back and enjoy a popcorn or coffee. This might be a long one. Hey, welcome back to UDC channel. This is Jay. First of all, this is not a prototype. So some or most of the cons and wish list that I'll mention have already been added to the final product improvements. Even as it is, I'm already very impressed with it. And what's even more crazy is that you can get this awesomeness starting for less than $30 if you get it now on their Kickstarter campaigns, which just started. I'll include the links below. Okay, let's start from the packaging first. Designed by Loop Gear, user manual. Type-C cable, the lanyard end case, and a soft cloth. It came with this protective case, which is a must in my opinion, since it's small and kind of slippery. While I like that it's not a regular soft rubber like those phone cases, this semi-hard case makes it hard to take the flashlight off. Maybe they should have put a small hole at the back so we can push it out from here. But this has been addressed in the final version. We'll see what solution they provide for this. This is an upgraded shell design. The outer case has been improved for easier disassembly and more convenient switch operation. Because this is covered, more on this later. It has a little bit of lip at the bottom to protect the curved tempered glass, but none at the side and the top. There are these two feet at the bottom, making it possible to stand. The included case also has a magnet at the back. I think it's a little bit weaker than the one on the clip case, but still handy. Speaking of clip case, I also happen to receive this magnetic clip case in this packaging. The top is more exposed, which makes this part softer, making it easier to put on and off. In fact, it's kinda too easy that I worry it might come off by accident, but maybe not. And it's easier to press the switch, but more prone if dropped. The clip does makes it more versatile, especially for hands-free use, but it makes it thicker obviously. I think I prefer the smaller, slicker looking non-slip case. So if you don't need the clip-on feature, I suggest using a standard one instead. There's also these holes to put the lanyard, but there are more grip on this case that I feel confident enough carrying it and using it without the lanyard attached. Yeah, it also has a very minimal branding, just like this. Black on black small loop gear, plus very grippy inner links. There's only one side of the rubber grip under the clip though. It would be better if there's another one on the other side as well. Okay. Speaking of lanyard, it also came with a premium looking one. I think it's made of leather or some kind of fabric, not the typical black nylon lanyard. If they pay attention to small things like this, I'm quite confident of the effort they put on the light itself. I also like the color, a nice combination with the black and gray body, a little pop of orange, but not too shiny at the same time. And it's not just for looks, it's a necessary accessory in my opinion, since again it's small and slippery. Even if you just hold it like this, you don't have to put the hand inside. I feel more secure that I won't drop it, which is another reason why I think the case is necessary, because there's no place to tie the lanyard on the body itself. but that doesn't mean the lanyard can be improved. I would love if it doubles as a Type C to Type C cable. That way we always have charging cable with us. Okay, let's see the light itself. I love that this also has a very minimal branding, just a small loop gear with the regular logos, and an even smaller loop dot at the bottom, Type C port below it, and the big, in comparison to the body, curved tempered glass LED pixel display. It obviously has a built-in battery. Nothing can be opened. There's no visible screws or anything. I like how clean looking it is. Moving up is the main dual channel emitters, flat and throw, surrounded by the infrared rotary dial. Finally, at the top is the main switch. The button has almost no travel, especially when using the included case, since this is covered, this part, and it's easy to activate at the same time, to a level almost like a touchscreen. I apply almost no pressure at all, but this already in the final product improvement list also, so we'll see. And it does not have a software or hardware lockout mode. It does have an auto off feature in 60 seconds when idle, but not while the light or a mode is on. They also update this so we can set our preferred auto off time up to 99 seconds. The rotary dial, however, is super pleasant to use and fidget with. This is not my first rotary light, but most of them are magnetic, which can be disrupted by magnets. I'll show you. This one seems mechanical, does not get affected. So this infrared should be a better, more precise rotary system. I do hope that this is rated for many rotations, because I can't stop fidgeting with it. It's even much better with the vibration haptic feedback. Which is probably what I use the wooden fish mode for, since I'm not really sure what I will use it for otherwise. It's basically a counter. I'm not sure if it's easy to clean the debris. Probably I just use a brush. As for versions, initially there's only this gray sandblasted aluminum, but they released the other aluminum colors plus titanium, which looks really great. But I think the gray still looks the best, even versus the titanium. Plus most of it will be covered by the case anyways. What I would love probably is a golden crown instead. I think that will look dope. I always love a cool white thrower and a warm white high CRI flutter combo, which is exactly what they put here. The warm white halo rings looks really nice on low or moonlight, almost like an aux or E tritium. The moonlight is so low that we can look directly at it in the dark without straining our eyes. However, when using it, I think I still prefer a neutral rosier tint. Let me show you. This is the warm white. Let's see the throw. Again. Some tint comparison with SW45K, my favorite tint so far. The cool white thrower is throwy enough. You can see a defined hotspot. I seem to remember seeing them say somewhere that it's using SFT12, just like the one they use on their non-pro SKL5 show channel. One last thing before the user interface. They say the improved charging indicator, battery indicator behavior during charging has been optimized for clearer, more accurate feedback. Probably in percentage instead of just bars. But personally, I think it's fine. And I like that they show it in a glance each time we enter the mode selection. Okay, let's go over the UI. One click from off always start from a quick glance of the battery indicator. Then it shows you the last channel you are in, either throw or flood. You can either scroll the wheel to change the group modes, or another click to turn on, which always starts from a nice low. Rotate to increase or decrease the brightness. There's enough steps to make it a stepless dimming. Long press from any mode to turn off. That's it for the main mode. However, there are several shortcuts. Long press from off for even lower moonlight mode. It also remembers the last channel you were in. Double click from off, and I found this by accident. I just thought that it always takes me to the menu and I have to click it again to activate it. So what if I double click it? So double click from off works as shortcut to low in the last channel you were in. Double click from on for the usual turbo in the current channel. Triple clicks from any modes for shortcut to strobe, which are using both channels and quite bright for the size. 1, 2, 3. We'll see it outside later. And quad click from on toggles between the two channels. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to really be careful, because if you miss a click, it will go to strobe instead. Especially with the current button with very little travel. They added a shake to switch channel, taking advantage of the gyroscope sensor, but I'm not sure I prefer it over the quad click. I'm much rather they have the option for tint ramping like in the Android, instead of just this instant switching. Maybe a triple click and hold, and triple click while on to toggle between tint ramping, where the output is gradually changed from the one channel to the other, and instant switching like the one in the existing quad click. Let me show you what I mean. I set up this throw and flood dual channel as instant switching. 1, 2, 3. Back to flood. 1, 2, 3. Throw. And this neutral white warm white channel as tint ramping. 1, 2, 3. Go to neutral. 1, 2, 3. Go back to warm. I like that it fades in when turned on, or switch channel. 1, 2, 3, 4. Too bad it doesn't fade out as well when turning off. This angel is the other way around. It turn on right away, but gradually fade out. Which brings me to my next point, firmware upgrades. Again, similar to the Endurals, but since it already has a built-in USB port, we can take advantage of that without the need of extra hardware cable or Bluetooth. That way we can enjoy improvements made on the firmware. Another thing I noticed is that the memory on this flashlight is a bit not consistent. It remembers the level in each channel, so if I turn a bit up on the flood and swap to the throw, it will remember the last level on the throw channel. And flood. Unless you change channel from the mode selection. then it always starts from low. Okay, let's see how this tiny thing performs outside before we go over the other modes. Okay, let's start from the flood in low. Now flood in turbo. Change to throw and low. Brighter and further. Now throw in turbo. Let's try the strobe. Strobe warning. Fully strobe. This can be overwhelming, so I made a simple flow chart so it's easier to follow. But again, this is subject to change in the final version. I'll mention some that I know of. The rest will have to wait for the final version. I'll probably do another update post then. I won't go over everything one by one. I'll probably do a separate short video dedicated for this for those who are interested. I just go over a few things that I want to highlight. So this is for settings and this is the game modes. Water, basically showcasing the gyroscope sensor capability. Countdown timer function, making use of vibration. And matrix, which looks really cool. The green dots really fit the digital rain pixel art. Practical? Maybe not. Gimmicky? Probably yes. But it sure is fun. And we can use a little fun sometimes. It's the POC that I'm impressed about. This is called invention or creativity. Who knows, in the future there's a real useful use cases for them. Imagine Loop.2.0 or Loop.Pro. In any case, I look forward to their next loop. Nothing is perfect and there's always room for improvements. Especially for a sample prototype like this, which by definition they want user to test out and provide feedback. Most of my wish lists are already in their final product improvements list. Here are a few which hopefully they can consider and include in the final release version. Bruce, I know you're watching this. For the timer, they resolve existing issues by adding memory function and a quick set feature for common durations. For example, 1, 5 or 10 minutes via triple clicks. Currently, one full turn of the timer equals 52 seconds. This will be corrected to a full 60 seconds per turn in the final version for improved accuracy. So I think they will be divided equally. But I think they should have used the bottom 4 dots twice more for the remaining missing 8 dots. And to set it, I think a whole minute increment will be way more useful instead of per second or dot. Or use a switch to toggle between setting minute and second, just like how we set some or most of the digital watches. So the first time you click, you set the minutes and click again to set the seconds, if any. Otherwise, just click again to start the countdown. For the dual channel, I mentioned about the ability to toggle between tint ramping and instant switching. The tint ramping will be super awesome with especially with this rotary dial, instead of the usual wrong press from a single E switch. I also mentioned about adding another rubber grip on this side of the clip case. Another important thing is the ability to do a firmware upgrade for updates and maybe downloadable games modes in the future. It already has a built-in USB port that we can take advantage of. This will be another first in the flashlight world. If you guys have any other ideas, please share with us in the comments below. Okay, I think that's it for this one. As always, thanks for watching and see you guys in the next one. Bye now.